Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
We'd see the fun.
Ooh. I thought you were going.
A year ago, people were calling Jacksepticeye bitter for pushing back on MrBeast, saying he was salty, jealous, or chasing clout. Fast forward to now, and those clips aged badly, like milk left out too long. When you line up the past 12 months, the lie detector moment, the Lunchley mess, the AI thumbnail drama, it gets real clear Jack wasn't hating, he was warning people, and things started getting awkward fast. Jack wasn't throwing random shots. He was calling out patterns that a lot of viewers felt but couldn't explain yet. Clickbait pushed to the limit. Products sold straight to fans with max profit in mind, cheap merch dressed up as premium, and growth being treated like the only thing that matters. It all really kicked off with that MrBeast lie detector clip. The setup looked goofy, jokes flying everywhere, but the answers hit different. People brushed it off as playful banter, but even inside that silly format, the real criticism slipped through loud and clear. You could hear it between the laughs. YouTube's whole center of gravity shifted. It wasn't about friends making cool stuff anymore. It became optimize, maximize, dominate. That vibe wasn't subtle. It was screaming. And look, scaling up and making money isn't a crime. Nobody's mad at success. But when the platform's North Star turns into win at any cost, it changes everything. What creators make, how they make it, and why they make it all gets warped. Jack's point was never money bad. It was money first, always. Creativity turned into math. Art turned into spreadsheets. The algorithm rewards spectacle and sameness, so everyone reverse engineers thumbnails and titles like robots. Every upload turns into a sprint for retention graphs and watch time spikes. Instead of a hangout with a camera, it starts feeling like a corporate pitch deck. That's the part people say got ruined, not destroyed, but definitely bent out of shape. MrBeast fired back with that now famous tweet basically saying, "So I ruined YouTube because I reinvested, worked hard, and did good for 14 years?" No one accused him of flexing sports cars. Jack wasn't critiquing spending. He was critiquing the spend-to-spend cycle where growth becomes both the tactic and the storyline. When scale becomes the product, everything turns into marketing for the next bigger thing. That tension never really settled. And then came Lunchley, which poured gasoline on the whole situation. 3 mega creators, MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul, decided to speed run the grocery aisle with a healthier Lunchables vibe. Prime Mini, Feastables bar, clean branding everywhere. On paper, it looked solid. Lower sugar, real cheese, cleaner numbers than some competitors, but the issue was never whether it beat a specific Lunchables SKU. It was the framing. The healthy for kids angle didn't match the ingredient panel or the overall energy. Sodium was still high. Less sugar is still sugar. Preservatives didn't magically disappear. And the whole thing leaned on a sports drink brand already tied up in legal gray areas elsewhere. It felt like the classic influencer product playbook, and that's when the internet snapped. Dan TDM drops that now infamous tweet calling out KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast for pushing low-quality products. Then Jacksepticeye jumped in swinging, tearing the whole thing apart. The message was loud: mess with Dan and you mess with everyone. That moment locked it in. Fans weren't mad for no reason. They felt like celebrity YouTubers were forcing overpriced, overhyped products down people's throats, especially marketing them toward younger audiences who don't know any better yet. It felt like a full-on internet protest. Not hate, not jealousy, just backlash. And right as that fire was still burning, the AI thumbnail saga and weird view stats started creeping into the conversation, setting the stage for what came next. The pitch sounded slick at first. An AI tool that auto-generates thumbnails, learns from any channel, maps your face into results, and helps small creators level up fast. On paper, it looked like a ladder for artists, editors, and anyone tired of having their style jacked. But in reality, it wasn't a ladder, it was a trap door. Creators started noticing their own names, styles, and visual fingerprints baked into the launch promo without being asked.
How's it going, guys? A week ago, I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And so I read all your guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down. And on top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care. If you go on viewstats.com, under our more tools section, it will say hire thumbnail artists. And if you click that, it'll take you to a page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail artist to make you a real thumbnail. So I care more than any of you could ever imagine about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. And so, you know, it deeply makes me sad when I do something that, you know, people in the community are upset by. And I also want to put out there that I guarantee you, I have spent more money on thumbnail artists than any other YouTuber in the world. I've probably spent more money on thumbnail artists than the top 100 creators combined. I mean,
Jacksepticeye was right there in the mix, and his reaction was short, explosive, and exactly what you'd expect from him. He basically said, "What the actual heck?" And yeah, even his logo showed up in the promo material. That moment hit different. Removing the "you" from YouTube wasn't some cheesy line anymore. It felt literal. When a platform takes something personal and unique, a visual identity, a creative taste, and turns it into an auto-generate setting, it scrubs the soul out of it. The texture disappears. The surface gets polished flat. After the backlash blew up, MrBeast pivoted fast. The AI thumbnail tool was removed from new pro signups, replaced with a hire a thumbnail artist directory instead. He made sure to stress how much money he already spends on real human artists, which mattered. That correction doesn't erase the instinct that led there, but it does prove there's still a human behind the wheel willing to tap the brakes when the community screams no. Here's where the nuance gets skipped in most videos. MrBeast the person is clearly obsessed with making bangers, pushing limits, outspending himself, and pulling off massive stunts. MrBeast the brand, though, is a global machine that treats every upload like a seasonal blockbuster. Those two truths can exist at the same time, but brand gravity bends the whole ecosystem around it. Jack's criticism was never about one guy or one product. It was about how the rest of YouTube mutated to orbit that model. You see the ripple effects everywhere. Endless. I gave a stranger $10,000 thumbnails. Retention maxed pacing. Shouty faces. The quiet belief that bigger is always better, and if small creators try anything else, they're told it's not scalable. Since when did art class get graded on international retail standards? Since when did creativity need a growth forecast to be valid? MrBeast's response tweet framed his grind as doing good and inspiring kids to help people. And to be fair, he's got receipts. Wells funded, surgeries paid for, houses gifted, all real. But the conversation was never charity versus views. It was culture versus conversion. A video can be generous and still push the platform toward a samey, factory-made monoculture. That's why this year hit his brand so hard. Stack it all together. The lie detector moment where originality versus optimization came up. Then influencer food aimed at kids that felt off. Then OG creators like Dan TDM and Jacksepticeye calling it out, with the entire internet backing them up. Then came the AI thumbnails. Nobody really understood what the end goal was there, but the backlash hit fast and heavy, and the move got reversed. That alone says a lot. So in the end, this wasn't really about MrBeast being a villain. It was about YouTube quietly adopting a value system shaped in his image, then acting shocked when copycats, shortcuts, and cash grabs exploded everywhere. Jacksepticeye's frustration wasn't personal, it was structural. It was existential, straight up. When the biggest creator stops being just a creator and turns into a whole category, the platform changes. Suddenly, the weird stuff, the slow burns, the niche voices stop getting rewarded. That copycat wave isn't technically MrBeast's fault, but it absolutely lives in his shadow. To be fair though, the year also gave some counterweight. MrBeast did reverse course on the AI thumbnail tool. He actually built real pipelines to pay human artists, not just talk about it. And he keeps funding massive charity projects that most corporations wouldn't even touch, let alone risk their brand on. That contrast matters, because Jack's brand has always been simple. He presses record, he streams, he jokes, he burns out, and he admits it. There's no forced hype, no screaming for retention, no fake energy chasing viral charts. So when he looks at a thumbnail factory or a full-blown marketing campaign and says, "This isn't it," it lands different. It doesn't feel like clout chasing, it feels like community instinct. That's why his reaction to the AI thumbnail move felt weirdly protective. He wasn't defending views or algorithms. He was defending the layer of YouTube that still has fingerprints on it, the layer that still feels like real people making real stuff. That same instinct is exactly why he backed Dan TDM during the Lunchly situation. Dan's "do better" tweet aged into a full thesis statement. Better doesn't mean more buzzwords or cleaner labels. Better means honesty. It means not hiding behind community notes and not pushing healthy branding toward younger audiences who can't tell the difference yet. So let's be real. MrBeast will be fine. His empire is too big to collapse over a handful of controversies. He'll keep doing massive stunts, breaking records, and staying the biggest YouTuber of this generation. That part isn't up for debate. This was never about taking MrBeast down. It's about not letting MrBeast become the only grammar YouTube speaks. 1 year after the whole situation, Jacksepticeye wasn't proven bitter, he was proven early. He wasn't calling for MrBeast to fail. He was calling for the rest of the platform not to forget what made YouTube fun before everything turned into a product bible and a growth spreadsheet. Soul over scale wasn't a slogan, it was a warning, and the year delivered scandals and thumbnail machines that proved his point. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, drop your comments down below, and I'll see you on the next one.